Hello. How are you all doing on this Monday stream? I hope you're doing well. How's it going? It is Monday night, my dude. It is Monday night, on my end at least. Hope you all have been doing well. I've been doing okay, I have to say. Nothing too crazy happened. I wanted to stream yesterday, but I wasn't feeling the best. I wasn't feeling like too great because I got recently very into physical fitness last year, nearing the end of last year, just for general health and all that good jazz. I work out very, very hard, according to my family. Like they say I work out very intensely. So I don't know what to think about that, but I just kind of do whatever I do. I worked out 2 days ago, and then the next day I woke up with my left side hurting like crazy, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'll just ignore that. I'll just it's my rest day, so I'll just do my usual push-ups and all that stuff, and then hopefully it'll be gone. The very next day, I couldn't breathe without it hurting. I physically could not breathe. It was incredibly painful. Every time I took a breath, I was in pain, and I'm like, oh, that's not good. Maybe I kind of went too hard this one time. Yeah, I don't know if I maybe pulled a muscle or maybe popped a rib. I really have no idea what's happening. It still kind of hurts now, but I can take a breath without it feeling like someone's stabbing me. So hey, that's a good sign, right? That's a good sign, right? Yeah, but I don't know. Hopefully it'll be better by tomorrow and I can get back on my usual routine, but I wanted to stream yesterday and that was the reason I didn't, and I was just like, well, I focused on a lot of other things yesterday. I got to do a lot of other things and I got that done, so that was good. I worked out, not worked out, but I uploaded some VODs to the VOD channel, the Guilty Gear stream. So if you want to see the Guilty Gear stream where I got my ass kicked as Sin, but I had the best run back in history so far, you can check that out on my VOD channel. It's part of the my About page. But looking for scenes for editing and things like that. I also, yesterday, released the Kirby comic. Yeah. The Troubled Meta Knight comic, which was an official comic by Nintendo back in the when they used to make manga. So, hey, I got to just dub that without having to worry about permissions and anything like that, so that's cool. Lifuchi came back and she voiced Kirby for me, which was amazing. The editing took a lot of work. I thought, okay, this is gonna be a 30-minute, maybe an hour max editing stream, and it definitely could have been if I was lazy and if I just said, you know what, release and done. But my ass had to be extra, and I had to have a bunch of different effects, and I wanted to make sure everything had a nice flow to it. I've been really trying to get better at my editing, and I've been learning more about how to use my software, so it's what was supposed to be 30 minutes to an hour wound up being multiple hours. And I'm a perfectionist, so I kept looking at things and tweaking things until it was released. So yeah, if you want to see that, that is on my main channel. It's just King Kodiak. You can just find that. It's the first thing you see. The Meta Knight comic. It's really fun. I really enjoyed it. I cannot talk. Lifuchi, thank you, Brain, did a great job. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. I really think it was fun. It was fun to work on. It surprisingly came out, I think a week or maybe a couple of days before the big Kirby game released, which I wasn't planning on, but it just happened to release around that time. So hey, that's awesome. Hey, cross promotion. I don't care. I just make things because I like it. But yes. I really want to stream with you all. I really just want to talk. If you're lurking, I always say lurking is appreciated. You never have to talk in the chat. It's cool. I like to lurk sometimes too. But yeah, we're just gonna be playing some Cris Tales for like maybe an hour, maybe 2. I need to stop saying that because when I say that, I end up streaming for 3, sometimes 4, so that's kind of a problem. But hey, more content is content, right? But yeah, my day was okay. I just kind of chilled. I kind of vegged. I kind of have to because, like I said before, I injured my side. I saw The Last of Us, episode 7. 6? It's episode 6. Enjoying it. Doing a great job, I'd say. I think Last of Us is doing a very good job at adapting the show. Some hits and misses, in my opinion, but I think they're doing pretty well. Then after that, I just kind of just relaxed and I did some other things. Got some things done. Yeah. I've been watching a lot of people play Fire Emblem Engage, and I think it's a really fun game with Saturday morning cartoon writing. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but hey, I think it's fun. It seems like everyone is having a great time playing it, and I wish I got to play it too, but I do not own a Switch, unfortunately. I still don't have an interest in getting one. I still haven't gotten one yet. I did say I was gonna get one if Sora got in Smash. But come on! There's gonna be a new Nintendo console next year. I'm not gonna shoot myself in the foot and buy another console, and then they have another one releasing the very next year. I'm not doing that to myself. I can smell it. I can smell you, Nintendo. I know you're releasing that new console. I can smell you. But yeah, I'm hopefully the new Switch is the new Nintendo console can play old Switch games, but we'll see. I've talked a bit, but let's get into Cris. Oh, I didn't want to. I should probably say this now too. It's nothing big. I just wanted to say I saw the Owl House season 3 episode 2, the second like hour-long special they made. Really good stuff. I just realized that because we're playing a game that has Zeno Robinson, yeah. Fantastic job, fantastic voice actor. He did an amazing job with this one. The specials have been really good so far. I'm enjoying it, and I think there's only one more special and then the show is done. So it's sad to see it go, but you know, Disney's taking a brand new approach with its animation department, so it's nice to see essentially what will be the last of serialized like story arc Disney cartoons, at least for the next foreseeable future. Maybe in the next like 6 or 7 years we might get another one, but everything's moving, everything's changing. But you know what, if this is the last hurrah, they're going out with a bang. Owl House is bangers, man. It's bangers. So yeah, good shit. But yes, without further ado, we should probably start playing the game. I'll be playing for a little bit, but anyway, enough talk. More game. Hello. Alrighty. Let's get this started. Let's get it started. Let me get the bit. Let me see. Let me just get this. Let me just do that. Let me just do that. There we go. There we go. Alright. Look at that harmonic music. In the last episode, we found out that that we can bend time to our will. We've met up with a very pretty young mage dude. I don't know. And then we met a very angry boy who has family issues. Yeah, that's my TLDR. I'm great at explaining what happened last episode. And now we got something, and now we're gonna get past the gate.
Yes. Need anything? Yes, we're going to the walled city. I'm Christopher, Sophia's son.
That crest, you... I mean, please go ahead, sir.
How do I get in this place?
Time to go inside the city, my young mages.
Hell yeah. I gotta climb these stairs. The art style in this game is really, really pretty, though. Oh, you know what? This place kind of reminds me of Disney, now that I've been talking about Disney. It kind of reminds me of, like, the main Disney park. You know, the one with the kind of, like, fancy, like, boulevard. Kind of looks like a tiny little town. I don't remember what that place is called, but it looks like it kind of reminds me of that. Oh, this is really pretty. Look at all this cool arcane stuff. Welcome to Walled City. What a fantastic name. I'm being sarcastic. It's not a good name.
The city is beautiful. It must have been wonderful to grow up here, Christopher.
It's called Walled City. What do they call their streets? Picket Fence Boulevard?
It was. My brother and I got up to all kinds of trouble.
I bet you did, Hunter from the Owl House.
Someone should inform these people that there's a war going on.
They know. St. Clarity has sent plenty of soldiers to fight, including my brother. He died protecting Crystallis, you know.
Cowabumber, man. Cowabummer, my dude. Cowabummer.
Yes, I know. There were a great many sacrifices that day. Thanks to those brave souls, the city still stands. For now.
For now.
Shall we focus for a moment? We should find the cathedral before some new dire fate befalls us.
Oh, wow. It's actually got some really nice architecture.
Hey, wait a second. Is that Christopher?
Oh, she's pretty. Oh, I love the helmet design. Hey, what's up, girl?
Audrey! Are you taking apart grandfather clocks? Everyone, this is Audrey, an incredible inventor and a good friend.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Audrey. I'm Cris Bell.
Cris and Cris, huh? Well, I don't actually work on clocks, although it's a perfectly respectable profession.
Damn right.
I build mechanical creatures that are powered by the rubies.
Interesting.
A lot of them are based on things I learned by studying the nearby ruins.
A magical automaton? It sounds like something out of an ancient legend.
The energy in rubies is certainly plentiful enough. I suppose it was only a matter of time until someone figured out how to advance the science.
Well, I was advancing until Enzo slashed my budget.
Oh, that's not cool.
Don't tell me that prick has worked his way into the ruby business.
Language, Christopher, language.
Oh well, I don't even want to tell you the rest. He's up at the courthouse doing all kinds of business.
He sounds unpleasant, but he is an important person here. Perhaps we should speak with him anyways. Before that, don't forget, we still need to find the cathedral.
Oh, that's right. It's a straight line to the west. You can't miss it.
All right.
Thanks for the help, Miss Audrey. We're off then.
All right. And we're off to the races. Wow, I really like the design. What is it? Oh, yeah, this is like a time thing, right?
Shall we make a record of our adventure, Cris Bell?
Oh, no.
Nothing for now.
Yeah, we're too early into that. What's this?
Back off! I'm just trying to make a living here! Is the general against that, too?
I do like how everything in this game... Okay, no, I didn't hear that again. I do like how everything in this game is voice acted. It seems like that, at least. Ooh, it's like an animal girl.
You're not from St. Clarity, right? Meow? Excuse me?
No need to. Welcome to my store. have a free souvenir as part of my new client program. Meow.
But we haven't bought anything yet.
No need to thank me. It's a special present just for you. Meow.
Wood ring was added to your bag. How to? You have received your first piece of equipment. You can put it to use by opening the menu and accessing the equipment screen. There are many different kinds of equipment for you to try on. Some can only be used by certain party members. Experiment and find which equipment suits you best.
So,
Okay. Yes.
you're in the Wildcat Armory. Looking for anything in particular? Meow.
Sure. Worn out bracelet. Alright, shabby bracelet made of worn leather. The bracelet has seen better days, but its colorful patterns still please the eye. Keepsake necklace. A keepsake necklace. Picture inside. The picture is inside of Crisbell's grandmother, the only family she ever had. This rose looks strange and familiar, gives a boost of attack and magic defense. Melee combat gauntlet used by armed forces. Okay, let's not buy a lot, but I think I'm gonna buy this. Okay, Crisbell starts the game with it. Oh, I already have this. Okay, so I don't need that. But I will buy magic attack and magic defense will be good for the wind guy. Well, that was all my money.
We made it! Now...
Okay, let's go into the equipment. Okay. What does the wood ring do? Info. Okay, let's give him the rupee necklace. And let's just give him... Oh, I think it's a little too loud. Let me lower that. There we go. Lowering it just a little bit. We'll give him the wood ring. I have no idea what it does.
I just found out I can do magic.
Let me raise up a bit more. 15 sounds good. That might be better. I think that's better. Oh, just do that.
Cool, huh? You wouldn't even believe the things I'm learning at the university over in Tulira. Go on, test my knowledge.
How do you defeat mechanical enemy? What's a good way to deal with slimes? Slimes, that's the one we need, because there's a boss underneath us.
What's a good way to deal with slimes?
It depends on the type of slime and its color, but the ones near Mount Thesia are weak against lightning.
Lightning.
I've heard that there are slimes that became contaminated and turned poisonous. Those are really weak against water.
Ah, okay, so the one underground is poisonous, because I know that poisoned me last time I played. So that's definitely going to be Christopher's, way of handling things.
Thank you. I've learned a lot.
I just felt cool.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even
What else can I
believe
do?
the
Mechanical
things
enemy.
How do you defeat a mechanical enemy?
Easy. You use lightning on them. They might even get stunned. And you can make them even more vulnerable to lightning by preparing them with the water blast.
Thank you. I've learned a lot.
Okay, okay. So you get to mix and match
I
things.
just felt cool. You wouldn't even believe
So
it depends on the type of slime.
the
and
ones near
color.
Mount Thisia are
And
lightning,
thank you.
and the ones that are poisonous are use water. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah. What is this?
There's no need to go here.
Yes, alright. Cool, cool. But honestly, with all this fantasy stuff going around right now, I really have been enjoying, I actually binged all of Critical Role. The Legend of Vox Machina. I binged all of Season 1 and Season 2, which I was not expecting, but it's really, really good. It's actually getting me a lot more interested in D&D stuff, since I never really had D&D growing up. There was never anyone in my friend group or anyone in like my area that was into D&D, so I knew nothing about it. I didn't have any D&D groups growing up. So, yeah. It's just really interesting. Maybe eventually I'll look more into D&D stuff, because I wouldn't mind like doing a campaign or two. I did a one-shot once, but it was more like a joke, kind of like a gift for a friend. So, I don't know. I wouldn't mind trying an actual campaign and seeing how that goes.
People in Floodside think they're the only ones who have it bad.
I've got a leak in my roof. Imagine.
Oh, yes, that's dreadful.
Okay, you're not nice. I hope the game audio is good, by the way. I've been adjusting it now and again just to see if everything's not too overpowering.
Well, I can't let just anyone in, you see.
But I'm royalty. Let me in, I have diplomatic immunity and all that fun stuff. Oh, cool. This looks pretty.
The docks are over there.
Crispell, we need to head to the cathedral first.
Oh, okay. Alright. To the cathedral we go for the power of religion! Is this the cathedral? No, it's not a cathedral. Is this the cathedral? It is!
Matthias, there's something wrong. I don't feel anything special here. Agreed. If anything, this place feels somewhat dangerous.
What?
That is indeed strange. And who is that fellow? Was there not supposed to be a Mother Superior here?
Right. But I don't see her.
Was there perhaps a different cathedral here once?
This is the same cathedral I grew up with. Except they changed the stained glass.
Why change yourselves when you can just change the fate that condemns you?
What?
Never mind. Perhaps the fact that the mural is missing has something to do with Crispell not feeling a connection. So what are we going to do now?
We need to figure out what happened here. Someone must know something. Let's try speaking with the priest.
I wonder what he means by that. Why change yourselves when you could change the fate that condemns you? Interesting. I don't think changing your faith changes the outcome of your life. Huh?
I am Father Miguel, the lady's humble disciple. I see that you are not members of my congregation. How can I help you?
I know this might seem like a strange question, but have there been any renovations to this cathedral in recent years?
We do have small renovations from time to time, but nothing major has changed in years.
I see. Why do those murals show a crowning? I recognize the lady, but who is the other person? The man receiving the crown.
Let me guess, he's gonna say that's him, huh?
I wonder how much he looks like the guy who paid for this installation.
I know all about the regular doctrine. But here in St. Clarity, we believe that the people who take care of us are the lady's hands in this world.
Is that why you changed out the stained glass?
Oh, that was years ago. I doubt many people even remember the old one.
Do you happen to know what happened to the old glass mural they removed?
I wouldn't know. But perhaps General Enzo, the leader of the city, might remember. He was the one who ordered it. If my mind doesn't fail me, he should be in the courthouse of the city. As always, he's looking for the progress of our dear St. Clarity.
All right. Thank you for your help, Father.
Of course, my child. May the lady watch over you in your search.
Okay. Father Ienzo. Or is it General Ienzo? Ienzo, we're coming for you. Though I do wonder why we can't just use the thing and go back in time to find out what the stained glass looked like, but okay. Oh yeah, I forgot, we lost our time ability for some reason. Our time ability got super capped. And we can't do shit. Forgot about that. Hey, let me in.
Can I help you?
No, you can't.
Well, I can't let just anyone in, you see?
You must be new. I'm Christopher. I'm guessing my mother left instructions to let me pass if I ever showed up again.
Ah, indeed she did. She's talking with the general just now, but I'm sure she will be free soon. I will tell her that you are here.
Thank you. Yeah, do you know who I am? I'm royalty.
And so, we aim to move from a 4 times increase in output this season to as much as 5 or 6 times a normal yield before the winter.
Okay, Mary Enzo.
But if I were you, I would place an order now. Supplies of rubies might be going up, but not as fast as the demand for them is.
I was expecting him to be scrawny. I am intimidated.
What the people demand is justice!
Oh no, Dad, not again.
What is going on?
My dad, he does this sort of thing. Stirring up trouble. Constantly campaigning against inequality in the city.
You sit up here living in luxury, while those who mine the rubies live in squalor!
How did he get here? Someone, escort this instigator out, please.
Yeah! And not only that, you've been monopolizing our resources!
Ugh, now the inventor girl is here too? This has gone too far, Armando. You've crossed the line.
Yeah, how dare you have an opinion in this place?
Guards, take these rabble-rousers out.
Let me check the, Okay, voiceover is max. Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Wait, you seem familiar. Aren't you?
Oh, Risa is pretty.
Do less talking and more listening, Risa. This is how a leader leads. Look how he's convinced the whole room to buy from him.
Who might you be?
None of your damn business with that attitude.
Sophia's son, if you really need to know.
I suppose I can see the resemblance. You don't really take after the general, though.
Of course I don't look like the general. Why would I? Oh no. Not him.
I hate to be kept waiting like this, but the demand for red crystals is so high these days.
I take it Mom remarried? Or redated?
Where do you come in from?
We just arrived from Nareem.
Ah, well, you might be out of luck then. You can't get a meeting with him unless he thinks you come from a rich province.
Get your hands off me!
You heard General Enzo. You have to leave immediately.
Hey! Take your hands off of Armando!
Where do you think you're going, huh? No one is allowed near General Enzo.
Christopher, you're home! I was afraid you'd never come back. Guards, stand down.
Oh, terribly sorry, ma'am. Please go ahead, Mr. Christopher, sir.
What finally brings you back home, dear?
It wasn't really a planned thing.
Won't you introduce us to your friends?
It's complicated. They're, time mages.
The best time mages.
Excuse me, miss, but you have a beautiful home. It reminds me of my own village. Only grander.
Thank you. We've been very fortunate. Now that we've modernized the production of rubies, all of St. Clarity has been thriving.
Well, Floodside doesn't really seem like it's thriving.
It will just take time. Eventually the prosperity will reach everyone.
I would think so-called time mages would be able to see that future for themselves.
What are you doing with this guy? All the people you could pick.
You might be Sophia's son, but I'll thank you to treat me with respect.
Yeah, look, we just want to know what happened to the stained glass mural that got removed from the cathedral. The priest said you were the one who ordered it. Just tell us where it is, and I promise you can go crawl back under your dung heap.
I see you inherited your father's low-class irreverence. Unlike him, most hardworking citizens look up to me.
And they pretty much have to, since you live up here on a walled-in hill.
Christopher, please, enough of this. I know the mural you're talking about. It was dumped in the waters by the docks years ago, along with other trash from the cathedral.
Why did you dump it in the ocean?
Come on, Crispell, let's go find it. We're done here.
Bro, the ocean ain't your dumping ground. And by the way, you dated a dick. Bunch of high-class assholes. That girl looks like she's from Xenoblade. She looks like the evil, like, High Entia from Xenoblade Chronicles, the first one.
I swear I've seen you somewhere else.
I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to her. Oh, fine. You're evil. I could tell. Let me look at this. Yeah, I'm gonna lower it. Wait. No, that's not what I want. Yeah, I'm gonna lower that. A little lower. Then I'm gonna boost this a little bit. And there we go. And now the voiceover stuff will be fine. Okay. Because I feel like the music was overpowering the voice acting. Alright, back to the docks. Now it feels like the sound isn't. There we go. That feels much better. Oh, this is weird. Oh, this is the hub world. Oh.
Crisbell, what do you want to do?
I want to record our...
Might as well.
What do you think that is out there?
It's an ancient titan, one of the witnesses. Scholars say they're meant to remind us that the lady is always watching.
It looks like one of my grumpy aunts.
Look, something's happening to it.
Oh? Interesting. Oh shit.
Did you all just see that? The giant statue moved!
I feel something inside that staff.
It appears we have been invited to enter. What do you think could be inside?
Only one way to find out.
That's actually really cool. It'd be really cool if like the Statue of Liberty was like that, you know, like you it just magically moved and then you get to go inside and it's like some kind of secret like treasure crap. That one movie where like Nicolas Cage was in, National Treasure, Book of Secrets. That's the movie. Yeah, I remember now. Be cool if it was some weird shit like that. Oh. Is that the mural we're looking for?
Oh, who is it this time? It's been ages since I've had a visitor.
Oh, you could talk.
And the last ones were little more than thieves.
Who?
Ah, hello, darling. You must be a... Oh, how interesting.
You didn't answer my question.
Oh, sorry. I was admiring... Well, never mind. Well, hello. I am Paulina, witness of the ages. Ah, it feels good to be able to move again. My first love is fashion, but I'm always interested in talking to a time mage. Especially one who recently lost her powers.
Would you care to explain how you knew that?
I see your shorts match your fuse. Just because I look this good doesn't mean I can't also be good at what I do.
I don't suppose you could help us figure out what to do about Crispell's powers, could you?
Oh, yes. Well, I won't be doing much of anything. It will be on you to remedy that situation. Just step over to the altar.
Okay.
I feel something, but I don't know if...
Oh shit, she's back.
You! What are you doing here? And just when Crisbell doesn't have her pat... Ouch!
Christopher!
How could you be so careless?
Did you hear this, Claude? I think he really believes you'll beat us twice.
Too bad we can only kill him once. Maybe Her Grace will let us rewind him a few times. For sport.
Everyone listen! We need to focus on inflicting as much indirect damage as we can. Now!
Oh, that's very cute! Strategize all you want, we'll still pound you to smithereens.
This will be interesting. I do hope you all at least put on a good show.
Oh wait, we're seriously fighting them again? I thought it was like an illusion. Oh shit, here we go. Hey, still got it. Well, I can't bend time, so I guess we'll... Shit. Damn. Can't bend time to my will. Well, this sucks. Only option I got.
training for this rematch. You do know we can be ruthless without being overconfident, don't you?
Oh, at least they're poisoned. Damn. Oh, that's all I got. Do you have anything? Wait, what'd I do? Oh, shit. I didn't know friendly fire was a thing. Fuck. Okay, do I got... No. All I got is poison. Great. Okay, cool. Alright, now this time, don't attack your friends. Damn, that's all I got. This is definitely one of those fights where you gotta just tough it out, I'm guessing. I'm guessing, at least. Are they still poisoned? No, I don't think they... I don't think they're poisoned anymore. Well, time to poison you again. Okay. Might as well. Hey!
Crystal, you need to reach out to the power of the cathedral.
69. Nice.
But how? Whatever it is you felt before, you need to find that again.
Hurry!
Real shit.
This power. What is this? This doesn't feel the same as before.
Synchro.
Oh, darling. Do I have to do everything around here? That kid with the big mouth. I'm sure you can feel something inside you.
Is she talking about me?
Is she?
Focus inside. And while you do that, think of the girl with the tragic fashion sense. You do the same, girl, except you think of the kid with the regrettably tacky goggles.
Wow. Why you gotta murder him like that?
I'm trying.
While you two try to connect, let me explain how this works. As you fight, you'll gather energy. Synchro points, if you will. When you have enough energy, you'll be able to activate a powerful synchronization skill. You can trigger it by just pressing the button.
Okay. Synchro. Watery brand. Strike a single enemy twice, dealing water damage. Okay.
Now, Crystal, use the crystals.
Okay. Hey, Reed! Welcome in, welcome in! Thank you so much for the resub. You didn't have to do that. Appreciate it, though. How was your day? I hope everything's going okay.
Damn it! Not this again! This is so unfair!
Ugh. Quickly, back to the Empress.
Impressive.
Synchros are powerful abilities that can turn the tide of battle around. Always keep an eye on it and your friends, since you'll also be able to use this power on their turns. Don't forget to plan ahead. remember that you don't lose stored synchro points after you finish a battle.
Okay then.
The crystals! I have their power again! But that connection... What was that? I don't really know how it happened.
Now we know that you're the real thing, darling. You just proved you have the power to link with those close to you.
This seems like an incredible power, but be careful and take it slowly.
I can feel it. I can feel your presence. All of you.
I can feel it too. Does this mean we're combining our powers?
Syncing would be more precise. We are using our powers in a more unified way. This seems to connect all of us, but only through Crispell. A great discovery indeed. It could have happened in a less dangerous way, though.
Don't be so melodramatic. This is a holy place. You were never in any real danger.
So what do we do now?
Okay.
Come on. We should try to rest a little bit. Let's find somewhere back in town.
Come back and visit any time. Maybe I can even pick out something that would flatter your figure, darling.
You talking to me? You talking to Christopher? When they were saying synchro, all I could think of was synchro summon from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Abridged. I synchro summon. Synchro what? Synchro summon. Synchro who now? Synchro summon. Ah, okay, I understand now. I synchro summon. Sync no who? Pretty much.
I've always wondered if my calling in life was to design beautiful garments.
Anyway. We can now see the past, present, and future. Neat. We now have a horrible migraine again.
Crispell.
Mom? What are you doing out here?
I have a favor to ask.
Aren't you in a relationship with the most powerful man in the city? Why not ask him?
It's not that simple. When Enzo came to power, he did a lot for the economy of the city. He found investors who helped us modernize the production of the rubies.
What are these rubies?
They're what you get when you fuse together a lot of red crystal dust. The dust exists as a trace mineral in many things, and it has magical properties. It has many uses in magic devices, and can even be used to create armor and weapons. That's why rubies are so valuable.
We've been exporting more of them than ever before. But there are things about the operation that Enzo has been hiding, even from me. One of the teams of workers that went up Mount Thysia never came back.
Oh dear.
The official story is that they were delayed by a rock slide, but I know it's not true. And now the people in Floodside are starting to notice. I'd like for you to investigate.
Got it.
I'm home for one day and you're already sending me away again?
No, I saw that fight you just had, and you and your friends are the only ones I know who don't work for Enzo.
How could you see that fight we had? We were in the cathedral.
And you, Crispell, really are a time mage. Please, use your powers to find out what happened to the missing workers.
I'll do it.
Thank you. Come and see me privately afterwards.
Okay.
Crispell, what do you want to do?
I don't want to say it yet.
Nothing.
Okay then, so... I wonder if we can go down and fight that slime, or maybe it'll be too powerful for us. Okay, well... Oh! Okay, that's in the present. How to. Whenever you find a paper and quill icon on top of an NPC or an object, it indicates a side quest will start if you interact with it. After it starts, you can check your progress using the quest log in the menu. Complete all the side quests in an area to unlock new choices, which can impact the kingdom's future greatly. Ow. Did not mean to go out. Oh.
What is it, Crisbell?
I can see Sophia and Enzo in the past, but I can't quite hear what they're saying.
Hey Cam, welcome in, welcome in. How you doing? How you doing? How's been your morning?
Perhaps I can take a closer look.
Matthias can help you discover more about certain events or people. Whenever you see a Matthias icon or something or someone, just time hop to their location to initiate a conversation.
If you really want to help the people of this city, we ought to head for Mount Thisy.
I think it's in the past. Oh, okay, so we can just go into the whole past. Oh, there it is. Been a lazy morning, mostly just chilling. You know what? Sometimes those are the best days. Days where you can just relax and not have to worry about anything. The me days are the important days.
Sophia, where are you off to? Do you mind if I tag along?
Oh, Enzo. I'm so sorry, but we're running down to Floodside. I'm going to meet with that new workers' committee. They elected a representative.
Oh, really? Why would you give them legitimacy by doing that? They only have power if we pay attention to them.
Enzo, I just don't think it's that simple. You just don't understand, Enzo.
That girl. I wish...
Oh, so he was always kind of a dick. Didn't expect her to be a hippie when she was younger, but hey. Everyone has a phase. Oh, actually, let me... Oh, that's interesting. Whoa. That's interesting. Let me time hop into the past. Whoa, that's weird. She's like all glitched out. I wonder what that means. That's crazy. It's not a game glitch. Huh. Yeah, sometimes I overwork myself, personally. Like, I've been doing this whole thing where, like, I write 5 things to do for the entire day, just so I have a lot more of a productive day. And, like, sometimes, like, it gets to the point where I'm up super late just to make sure I finish all of those tasks. So, you know, having one of those days where I don't have to worry about doing anything and just relaxing, those are really important days. Oh, she doesn't look too happy in the future. He looks like he's having a great time, but she looks miserable. Wait. Is Christopher dead in the future? Because she looks like she's looking at a photo of Christopher when he was younger. Oh man, maybe I don't think that does well for us. And the violinist looks like he turned into a thief. Oof. Yeah, this marriage is not a healthy one in the future, that's for damn sure. They were never a good match. Alright, let's see what you guys say.
Oh, hi! Nice to see you again.
Looks like your shop is doing pretty well.
I'm getting by. But progress has been hard since Enzo started monopolizing all the red crystal.
You're brilliant. I'm sure you can find a solution.
No, I agree with you. In fact, I think I have a solution.
Go on.
We actually have a lot of old machines, bones, and other broken objects with red crystal in them already here in the city. If I had the right tech...
If you don't have the equipment, who does?
Yeah.
Well, back before we completely automated the refining process, we had hand-based tools. But I can't find one anywhere to copy its design.
Where do we fit into this plan of yours?
If you know someone who used to work in the extraction process 20 years ago, they might have an old one lying around. Or a design.
My old man might have something like that. He worked the mountain back then.
Maybe we should ask Armando then.
Hey, we just unlocked the side quest. Oh. Ha! These snooty girls are miserable in the future. Especially this bougie one. Yeah, your future sucks.
Don't bother me, please. I'm here on business.
Yeah, well, your business did great. Let's see if we can talk to his dad in the past. That'd be really cool, like, if we can make Ruby armor and it not suck. Like, that'd be really cool.
Get out of here. The courthouse is closed right now.
Yeah, okay. He's not there. But yeah, I know we don't use, like, we don't use gemstones for armor because it's very weak and shit like that, and we've definitely moved past the time of using armor nowadays, but I don't know. Ruby armor just sounds really cool. Now let's see, where would his dad be? Oh, not here. But yeah, I've been getting into D&D a lot more recently. I've been looking a lot more into it than I used to, thanks to Vox Machina. It definitely was a lot more interesting than I gave it credit for. And like, people get really into it too. Like, there's like merchandise around it and all this different cool stuff. Oh, wait. I just realized something. Oh shit, this entire place is flooded. Oh shit, can I time hop? Nope, because it's not safe. Because in the future, everything's flooded. Oh shit. Oh, that's sad, bro. Yeah, everything's underwater.
Where is everybody? Wait a second. Dad?
Wait. Let's just listen for a minute.
What's going on? Yeah, I am interested in D&D. I've been on a bit of a D&D kick thanks to Vox Machina, so I've been kind of interested in it now. I definitely would like to give it a try. Like, I have no idea how far the rabbit hole goes, and I don't know if I'd ever watch, like, 8 hours of a Critical Role stream, but it seems interesting.
It's time for the hands that built this town to take a share of its riches.
The only thing I'm kind of concerned about is I'm terrible at math, and there's a lot of, like, number calculations and, like, character sheets and all this different junk. Like I said before, I did like a one-shot with a friend, and it was a lot to take in, so I would have no idea how a whole campaign worked.
No more low pay for dangerous work. No more breaking our backs without a chance to even see a doctor. No more wearing rags and living in hovels. They say they need more red crystal for the war. But what does it matter to us who rules in Crystallis if we just suffer and die like animals here?
Your father has a rather deft way with words.
I don't know that words matter if you don't have the power to back them up.
But he's right. What did you say? Mr. Armando is right. I've seen the future, and I know that this whole district will be permanently flooded, and everyone will be gone.
Yeah, I used Roll20 once for a one-shot I did with some friends. It seems like that's probably the best way of handling it. Though I'm still new to this whole thing, so I had some mistakes here and there.
Wait, is she for real?
You're one of those time mages who came with my son, aren't you? Can you really see our future?
It is true. I can see that this whole district will be flooded permanently. But I also learned that nothing is inevitable. I'm sure you can stop it.
Well, whatever you claim to see in the future, I can see the present. And I know that they will try to crush us, but we will not let them.
Actually, some voice actor friends I know, they actually have a D&D series that they do every Friday. It's called Towers and Gods, and it's basically a D&D campaign based off of the Towers of Gods webtoon. So, like, every Friday they do it. They're up to episode 50 right now. And it's really interesting. I just started watching the first episode, and they seem to have a lot of fun. It definitely is very interesting. I'll have to catch up, but those things can last 3 to 4 hours, sometimes 5. So it's definitely something to do while I have some spare time, if I have it.
No more mysterious disappearances on the mountain. Let them try to replace us with automatons. They will fail. The wealth of St. Clarity will belong to those who work for it.
You give a rousing speech, sir.
I speak the truth. That's all any of us can do.
Alright, now let's hop back into the... Nope.
If you really want
to... No. Shut up, frog. Oh, I can't talk to him in the past. Oh, he definitely seems like a cool dude in the past. Aw, I could definitely see him and his mom and Christopher's mom getting together. They both were tree huggers. Oh, it seems like she kind of lost her way. Ooh, what's this? It's a plant. I'm gonna get there slowly. I'm gonna get there very slowly.
A beautiful purple rose.
Oh, that's all you have to say? Wow, I went through all that trouble for nothing.
Hey, Dad.
Oh, Christopher. I'm glad to see you're still around.
Yeah, but I could definitely see myself getting into D&D. The only problem growing up was I'd never, like I said before, early in the stream, there was no one around who really could talk about D&D because no one was interested in it when I was growing up. Everyone either played video games or they talked about sports. No one really like sat around and did D&D sessions. There was never like a D&D club back in my high school or anything like that. It was like one of those things, you know?
You used to work on the mountain back when they still used hand tools?
D&D got really popular thanks to Stranger Things, though. And Critical Role, of course, like made it like enormously like popular.
Huh. Straight down to business, I see.
You were like, what, a supervisor, right?
Yeah, it's just like no one talked about D&D. It used to be like, oh, D&D, it's that thing for nerds. And then now, and then like, fast forward like maybe 6 years later, everyone's talking about D&D, and it's so popular now. It's crazy. Oh, I got into it 2 years ago because of your friends. That's awesome. Is your campaign still going? Like, I know that there are some campaigns, like Critical Role, obviously, that go on for years. So I'm curious to know if your campaign was like a short one, or if it's like still going.
Yes, I was one of the few who knew how to read.
So, do you have any old documents from then? Old repair guides and stuff?
What are you up to exactly?
We're trying to help, really.
All right then. They're in the boxes beside the house.
Oh, it's your third one. That's awesome. That's really cool. Yeah, because I know they could be very long or very short depending on the DM and the story.
But you should know, a lot of them got damaged a few years back.
I don't know, man. Kudos to DMs and people who can make those long-running stories and, like, they can figure out, like, a situation and, like, how every action will cause a different reaction in the story depending on the character. I could never, like... I don't think I could be a DM. It would just be, like, too much to think about. It's too much thinking on the spot for me, personally, so kudos to those people. I definitely am one of those people who would rather just, like, play the campaign.
I should have gotten rid of them a long time ago.
I'm someone who likes to act out the story, not someone who likes to think about everything in the story.
Some of Audrey's designs are incredible, especially for her age. She's always been a genius.
Okay, so...
If you really want to...
So those designs...
You know, Crispo, I want to see my house in a different color. What do you think would look best?
Green.
Green! Yes, I suppose a Nareem girl would be partial to emerald.
Let's see. I believe they said the documents are at his house, so I will go there. The future is still terrible. His house was here.
He was right. These are in rough shape.
Maybe we could do something about that. Crispell, I think finding old documents should be easy with your powers.
Alright. To the past.
These must be the blueprints Audrey was talking about.
Old prototype designs are added to your bag. Cool. And now we can go into the other girl and we can give her that stuff. But yeah, man, Critical Role is doing a really good job. I mean, it's really shitty that the guys who kind of make D&D, Wizards of the Coast, I believe their name is, they're pretty much infamous for being, like, kind of money hungry. They tried to, like, take some of Critical Role's money, being like, well, you're using technically our property, you're using stuff that comes from our universe, so we're just gonna sue you so we can maybe get half of the money you make. Because they're, like, Critical Role makes millions of dollars based off of their shit. And, yeah, they basically said, no, we're not doing that. And they lost Wizards of the Coast lost the case, thankfully. Because, like, you don't own orcs, you don't own, like, you don't own basically something that comes out of someone's imagination. You can give someone, like, a blueprint, but you don't own it. Every campaign, every character, it's someone else's idea. That's like someone trying to copyright Mario, not Mario, but like the idea of a platformer. You can't do that. Just because you make Mario doesn't mean you own the style of jumping and scrolling, you know? But hey, companies want money, that's what they're gonna do.
Were these the documents you were looking for?
Wow. They look like the drafting ink is still fresh. Was Armando keeping these in a sealed glass case?
Nah, but we have some tricks.
Wow. These almost make me feel nostalgic. That smell. It's like they were printed yesterday.
Yeah. Yesterday, isn't that weird?
Oh, I didn't think about this part.
Wait a minute, that just got me to thinking, like, if the documents are from the past, and we took the documents and we brought them into the future, wouldn't that mean the documents aren't there anymore, so didn't we create a time paradox? Let's not worry about that. Fun video game go burr.
Let me guess. There's another request somewhere in that statement?
Well, guilty as charged. If I'm going to rebuild this, I'm going to need a power cell. Well, this is gonna be difficult. I need a power cell now. Maybe you could find one in an old robot somewhere?
I doubt we'll be able to find something like that, but we'll do our best.
How the hell am I gonna find a power cell? Old robot.
I'm sure one cell will be enough.
If I was an old robot, I have no idea where I'd be. Oh, maybe it's on the beach. Yeah, but I'm so happy that Vox Machina got renewed for a Season 3. Because, boy, it's so good. I don't know if they made, like, an original story for that campaign. Or if it's, like, just, like, a small part of the Critical Role story that they just decide to adapt. But no matter what it is, they're doing an amazing job. No power cells here in the future. Oh well. Let's see where the power cell could be. Maybe it's underground? Who knows? Or maybe that's something we gotta find along the way. It's probably something we gotta find along the way. But yeah, there's also a D&D movie that they're making. I just remembered, yeah. They're making a D&D movie, and I think it's coming out next month. I believe it's coming out next month. It looks very interesting, and I think the Critical Role guys, might be making a cameo in that. If they didn't, I'd be surprised. Whoa, camera angle, way too close. Yeah, man, but D&D has gotten, like, so popular recently. It's gotten, like, huge. Which is cool. It's very creative. I wonder if there might be a power cell here? Probably not. Nah. Wait, maybe? Oh yeah, everything's underwater. It's like, wait, why can't I go into the future? Everyone's dead. That's why. Let's see. What do we have here? Maybe something underground. Maybe you could fight that, thing again. Let me just save first, because if I die, I don't want to do all that shit again. Just to be safe. And the water's coming. Fantastic.
Shall we make a record?
I want...
Because now we got our water boy. Ha. Cool, cool. What is here? Absolutely nothing but dirty water. Dirty doo-doo water. Well, might as well go to that mountain that we were supposed to go to. Okay, so we have to go to... there's no map.
If you really want to help the people of this city, we ought to head for Mount Thysia.
Mount Thysia. Alright, if I was a mountain, where would I be? Is this Mount Thysia? No, that's where we went last time. Nice little overworld. Now that looks like Mount Thysia, though I'm not too sure. Well, at least there's no random encounters. But yeah, another thing I'd like to get into, or rather get back into, is the Dragon Quest series. I used to be heavily into Dragon Quest when I was younger. Like, I played Dragon Quest 6, Dragon Quest, like, 9... I played a lot of Dragon Quest games back in the day, but I stopped playing them because I was starting to get Dragon Quest fatigue. This seems like Mount Thysia. Yep, entering Mount Thysia. Cool, cool. Yeah, I definitely want to play the past Dragon Quest games and see what they're all about. Maybe I'll stream them, maybe I won't. It's one of those things I'm thinking about.
Hello there! The mountains are nice, aren't they? This is the life!
Because I know there are some people who will, like, stream their entire, like, journey through a series, and that's so cool. But I don't know if that's something I'd want to do. Then again, most of the time I stream games, it's one of the few times I get to play them. So, who knows? Oh, he's a merchant. Oh, I'm poor. Oh. That hits a little too close to home.
Someone please! Help!
You'll be fine.
Someone is being attacked by wolves!
You'll be fine.
Quickly, we should help him.
Nah, he's okay. He's fine. He's absolutely fine. Alright, fine, I'll save his ass. But first... Hey, let me talk to you. Let me talk to you. Why are you in the water? Why you got wet socks? Fine. Fine, damn it. I'll help you. Ow. Ow! Stop that. Okay. I see what you're doing. I see what this. Let's do water. 108 damage. Haha, fuck you. Do I want to invoke the past? Eh, fuck it. Make my life easier. Just because I know you're gonna be a pain in the butt. Poison. Still does a shit ton of damage, but it's okay. Regular attack should do the trick. Good. Let's see. You should be a lot weaker. Do I want to invoke past? Nah. Save that for when I need it. You're almost dead anyway, so... Yep. And this should do it. Never mind. Okay, now... Okay, a lot more health than I thought. Cool. That was way louder than I thought it was.
Are you okay? Are you hurt?
Whew, all things considered, I think I'm well enough. Just had to move a bit faster than I'm fit to.
Those wolves were unusually aggressive.
I just wanted to gather some flowers. All of them had died during the fighting. Didn't have no place for them. So they built a memorial in the forest by Nareem. Anyways, my sister's in there. Didn't have nothing to do with the fighting, but it still took her anyway. Like I said, I just wanted to get some flowers for her. All kind of flowers used to grow on the mountain, but now it seems there ain't any.
I'm so sorry for your loss. Is there anything we can do?
Well, you could help me gather flowers for the memorial. 5 or so different kinds should be good. Used to be. Folks would plant brightly colored flowers everywhere around town. Might be some older folks in town still have them. You could ask around.
So I gotta get flowers.
Come back to me when you got all them flowers.
So ask old people for flowers. Interesting. Well, that's a side quest for later, I guess. Oh, well, that's interesting. I don't know why there's a pool of blood. At least I hope that's not blood. Why is... Healing juice. Good, good, good. Why is there a chasm of blood?
That is a ghastly color, is it not?
That's what I'm thinking.
It's just the color the water takes when we harvest the red crystal.
Oh, thank God.
Red crystal is found in the soil here in small amounts. Plants absorb it, and the animals eat the plants. The animals end up with lots of the crystal in their fat and bones.
And then they shit blood.
Back in the day, the people would pan for crystal dust in the stream. Some would also hunt old or sickly animals for it.
That's horrible!
As brutal as it sounds, hunting the oldest and weakest creatures keeps the rest of the herd healthy.
Unfortunately, that is true.
I suspect the practice has become something else entirely now.
Nature kind of fucked up when you think about it.
They must be processing a lot more animals to keep up with the volume. Still, we should continue to move forward.
Hi, hi. Ikazo, Ikazo. Speaking of... Oh, what the fuck is that? Oh. Why did a giant hand just... Okay. Okay, we're not gonna... We're... Okay then. Okay then. Interesting. I never find out what the... Oh god! Monkey! Oh god! Oh god! Oh god, I pulled up in the wrong neighborhood, fuck! My god, they jumped me! Oh my god, I got jumped. What bring... Okay, revive, thank god. Lord! Oh my god, we are all in... Jesus. Oh my god, Christopher. Monkey! Oh my god, everyone is in pain. Can I revive anyone? Oh god, it's bad. Why is everything trying to kill me? Brother, I just brought him back. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. I think they said the poisonous ones are weak to water, but lightning helps the blue slime. Okay, this is getting bad. Okay. Oh, thank God. One attack and they deed. Invoke the future? Ah, shit. Ah, shit. Ah, shit. Well, that was my last flask. I'm boned. Well, I'm boned. I thought that thing was supposed to heal me over time. What the fuck? Well, this is bad. No, no, water. Oh, shit. When is this thing supposed to heal me? Poison ain't gonna work. Let's get rid of the monkey. Well, if I die, I die. Oh, now you heal me. I legit can't do anything. Shoot. Damn. Let's try poison. Let's just keep it going. If I die, I die. Whatever. Oh, it looks like he's getting weaker. And I'm almost dead. Oh no. Well. Yeah, I had a feeling that was a load. Oh, shit. Oh, well. Damn, I should have saved it to my last checkpoint. Fuck. Oh, well. But, yeah, besides D&D... another thing I'd like to at least have some form of a interest in or looking into is the Warhammer series. I've never, like... I've only heard bits and pieces about Warhammer, but I don't know anything about it. Apparently, there's a lot more to it than I thought it was, but... I don't know, that's something I've never really experienced. I never got into a lot of tabletop things growing up. The only thing tabletop I could ever say I really, like... got into was Pokemon. The Pokemon trading card game. I actually used to play that a little bit. I wasn't good at it, but I played it. I also
Crisbell, what do you want to do?
I'm going to record my progress. Actually, no, I'm going to rest.
We should rest.
We still have some tents left. Want to use
Oh,
one?
no, I don't want to use that. Let's use that for now.
Crisbell, what do you...
I want to.
I was heavily into one card game specifically when I was younger. And it was the Chaotic card game. I don't know if anyone remembers Chaotic. Basically, it was kind of like... it was really ahead of its time. It was one of those card games that had like a code on it. And you would put the code onto a website and you would have a digital version of that card. And then you could play that card online with other people. Basically, before we had, you know, online card games like we have them now, we had Chaotic, which was like really innovative. And I remember like buying shit tons of packs and spending like hours like typing in the code so I can play them. Oh, Wizzy, hi, what's up?
Hello there.
How you doing? How you doing? Why did you redeem that? Of course you redeemed that. Why wouldn't you redeem that? I'm not happy with this, by the way. Okay. Alright. You redeem it, 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 you redeem it. Hold on a second, Right, oh, yeah, that's gonna move everything. Shit. Hold on. Let me lock this. Nope, hold on. There we go. Content, she says. Content. Wonderful. Don't like this. Waku waku. Waku waku. Waku waku. Thank you for the redeem, by the way. Yeah, I'm staring at you. Not happy with that. How you doing, Wizzy? How was your stream? I saw you streamed early this morning. It was a very early stream. I say early when you actually streamed in, like, the evening. Hold on a second, let me just get things back on track. Okay, good. Oh, Oregon Trail. Is that one of those walking simulators?
Someone please! Help!
Oh, Jojo, welcome in, welcome in. Ah, thank you for the stretch. Thank you for the posture check. And thank you for the hydrate. I will actually get something to drink right now because I don't have any water and I haven't drank anything. I'll be right back. Hold on a second, my soul's about to leave my body. It's going to be very awkward. Okay, I'm back and I got the Wawa. Ah, you were lurking on your phone. Oh, that's nice. And yes, I haven't been drinking water. Yes, I've been very bad. I haven't been hydrating. Been terrible.
Someone is being attacked by wolves!
Yes, we know.
Quickly.
Yeah. Actually, I could have just left him to die. Yeah, I was drinking the Wawa. Yeah, gotta stay hydrated. Yeah. Let's just get rid of those right now. I think if I invoke the future, they get more pissed off. At least I think. So let's just do this. Okay. Cool. Oh, it's like a survival with the worst RNG ever. Oh, okay, so that's what Oregon Trail is. Okay. So I'm guessing it's kind of like Don't Starve? That's just like the closest thing that pops into my head. Yeah. My poison should get him. Come on. Damn it. Die. Why won't you die? Thank you. I really need to change the volume on that. Yeah. Hurt, yeah.
I just anyway, like well, used to be my.
Okay, yeah, you need some stuff. But yeah, what was it saying before? Yeah, I used to really get into this game called Chaotic. Like, and it was really cool too. I really enjoyed the lore and the world building of it, and apparently they say it's supposed to come back, but it never has. Which I don't mind because, like, bro, I would buy a lot of packs back in the day. I remember I wanted one specific called Iparu.
That's a ghastly color.
It's red crystal.
And I've spent, like, a lot of time getting packs for that card. Like, I swear to God, like, that's the terrible thing about card games. They're basically gacha before gacha games became a thing. Alright, that monkey gonna oh god. Okay, the monkey's gonna fuck me up, but I'm ready for it. Oh, a different monster this time. You bitch. Yo mama ho. His whole thing is water. I think I might as well do that. Damn it, it hailed him. Fuck. Okay, invoke future? Okay, he's weaker in the future. Okay. Support, restore. Throw it at himself. Good heal, good heal. Ow! What the hell? Did he just explode? He's not here anymore, so maybe I killed him. Okay, so I'm going to invoke Pass on him? Yeah, now he's smaller. Cool, less damage. Yeah, I think I just killed him. I think I just killed a man. I wonder... Offensive. That's... Okay, no, I don't need that. I'll just do a regular attack. Alright. Bam. Bam. Cool. Hey, we didn't die a horrible death this time. But, yeah. I used to really be into chaotic, man. Like, I would go to tournaments and stuff like that in my area. Ringing bell was added to your bag.
Sophia said we should look near.
Yeah, I know, buddy. Equipment. What does a ringing bell do? It doesn't seem to be a held item. Ringing bell. The sound of this bell relaxes the nerve fibers of the target, restoring movement. Okay, so it's like a help item. Interesting. But yeah, there was another card game I was kind of interested in playing that came out recently, the Digimon card game. But apparently that game is really hard to find, like, packs of, and it's also really expensive, so... I can't get into card games again, man. I'm so tempted when I see people doing Pokemon pack openings, and I'm like, no. Don't go down that road, man. Don't go down that road. It's a dangerous path. You can't walk that path again. Alright, Cris Bell's way... Yeah, she was in danger. I will use an item. Oofer. I should have stuck more on healing items. That is not good. But I know these guys are weak to water, so... Aha! And I don't know if I invoke past on him, I wonder what will happen. Ah, well, fuck it. Ah, well, fuck it. Ah, nah, that's not a smart idea. Monkey! Ah, fuck monkey! Ah, you bitch! Ah, I really needed a character that's good with that kind of stuff. Okay, let's invoke past. Ah, shit! It made him stronger. Well. Okay, well I know he's not the best person for this attack, so... And Cris Bell can last another hit. I might as well just do this and revive... Damn it. We gotta use some thought into this. He still can survive unless the monkey does that. Okay, thank God. Okay, so... We can heal. I'm gonna heal... I'm gonna heal William. No. My best option would be to heal... Christopher, because Christopher will probably take them out. Yeah. And then I use the water bubble on the monkey. Cool. Alright, okay. William, I need you to heal yourself. I need you to be real pog and heal yourself. Cool. Okay, Cris. Now I need you to be really pog. And break that. Nice. Now I need you. Okay, that thing has way too much HP. What if we do a synchro? I can't use synchro yet. Cool. Not enough. Poison should help. Okay, Cris. Do yourself a favor, heal yourself. Best option is to do this, and bam, bam. You should be dead, right? Nope. Okay. Okay. And... regular attack should do it. Almost dead. Cool. Oh, thank God. Christopher learned Thunder Spheres. That will do a massive damage against the slimes. I'm gonna go save. Hopefully I don't run into any monsters. Please don't let there be random encounters. Thank God. Much.
Sophia's.
Nope, that's not one. Okay, I got some good amounts of money.
Crisbell, what you?
I want to.
But yeah, man, card games are like, they're really taking off. Well, mostly the Pokemon shit has been taking off lately. I'm not gonna lie, it's probably just the normie audience, like, getting into Pokemon now because, like, Logan Paul is now... Logan Paul did that one... God damn it! Logan Paul did that one video about how he sold, like, a Charizard card for, like, thousands of dollars, and now everyone's jumping on the bandwagon. Kinda shitty, but that's how people work, unfortunately. No. Oh, temporal anomaly. Fuck. Oh well, might as well attack you. Ah, damn. I know that heals him. Cool. Parry. I don't want to use too much of that. Okay. Perfect. But yeah, man, card games are really taking off again. Oh my God, another guy got snatched. Okay. Ah, thank God, more healing juice. Oh, wow. I don't know what's happening. I don't know if anyone remember those. Oh, they just exploded. Cool. Oh, God. Oh, I'm going to enjoy this. Thunder Spheres, bitch. 64. Nah. He'll be dead soon. He'll be dead soon. He's already dead. Stunned. Nice. And he'll just explode. Never mind. How much does that cost me? Oh shit, only 3? Fuck yeah. Perfect. And now you're dead. Now you'll explode, right? Nope, never mind. Okay, they got more health on them than I thought. And now you exploded, okay. Okay, so it's kind of like a... It's kind of like a Magnemite, how it uses self-destruct on them.
Sophia said...
I pressed the wrong button. Status. Let's do a quick heal. Yeah. One more time. And one more time. All good.
Halt.
Oh.
Did that machine just talk?
Indeed it did.
You are disrupting the extraction process.
What are you?
I am a processing engine for red crystal dust.
All these animals. Did you kill them?
Wasn't one of them a guard? Wasn't one of them just a dude? Okay. I ain't judging you. Do your thing, bro.
My instructions require the processing of animal tissue to extract red crystal dust. Your presence is decreasing the efficiency of my operation. You must leave immediately.
How many does it need to kill exactly?
That's a very good question.
If you continue to decrease the efficiency of my operation, you will be designated a security threat.
What happens then exactly?
Then die, bitch.
Efficiency has passed below the security threshold. Entering stealth mode.
Huh?
It disappeared.
It must still be somewhere close by.
Good heavens. It's going to jump us, my dear. What's over here? Be something good. Yeah. Rose necklace was added to the bag. What is the rose necklace?
That machine.
Why is that the button? Equipment. That's the keepsake. Oh, another ruby necklace. Oh, cool, yeah. Gives a boost to magic attack and defense. We are giving that to him. We're gonna make Christopher a powerhouse. Right as I'm about to get jumped. Perfect time to test it. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a little boost. That's good. It's good. It's good. It's very good shit. We are not going to invoke future because we can't do that on you. And bam, bam. I'm gonna poison you. Yeah, Christopher is definitely going to be our main damage dealer for a while. Oh my god, that killed him so fast. Seems like Christopher's our magic guy. Okay. Wonderful. Let me take some more Wawa. Yeah. But were there any things that you guys like grew up with, like any like? Because back when I was younger, there was so many things that you could collect. There were so many different like new fads that people were trying to imitate when it comes to like collecting. Like there was Pokemon, there was Digimon, there was Bakugan, there was Boss Battle. Thanks game. Thanks game. There was Blade. There was so many different things. I don't really see that as much anymore. I know they tried to bring Bakugan back, but I don't think that took off very well. Bakugan came back for like maybe a year at best, and then it just kind of fizzled. I don't know, it's kind of sad, because I feel like nowadays kids growing up, they just care more about like TikTok and their phones. They don't really care much when it comes to like toys and shit like that, and collectibles. I feel like that's more of like an older generation thing. It kind of makes me wonder, like I'm not in the toy business, but I wonder if it's like doing well with how things are changing. It's just something to really think about. Like, is the toy business doing well? I don't even know. Bang, bang. Alright, you're probably gonna... Yeah, I had a feeling he was gonna do that. Beat your ass! Nope. Alright, let's see what we got going on here. Oh, cool, it's a save point. Nice.
Crisbell, what do you...
I want to
Alright. Ah, these random battles. Ah! Gotta focus. Oh, shit. These guys are assholes. Come on. I don't want to use too much of my NP. But these guys are weenies, so... Oh, no, 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 no! Why is friendly fire a thing? Okay. Perfect. I'm probably gonna have to heal the party again. Luckily, Crisbell has a lot of MP. Cool. Oh, Willem learned Scan and Rain. I don't know what those do. Alright, it'll be cool to figure that out.
That machine...
Every time. Let's see what their skills do. Scan. The last recon squad came back in a pretty poor state, to say the least. A new weapon deployed. The new Empress caught them a surprise. Maybe I could do something about that. Scan. Throw Throw a plant at a single target, revealing basic info about it. That's interesting. Okay, so basically I just learned scan. Okay, whiplash. Okay, well, that seems to be everything. Oh, there he is. Oh, it's a boss battle.
Stealth protocols unsuccessful. I am required to warn you before using force.
Using force? Wait. Did you kill the missing workers?
Yeah.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year.
Skip the countdown. I'm gonna take you apart piece by piece.
I'm going to... Oh, God! Oh, wait. What's gonna happen? What are you doing there, Chief? Thunder Sphere. Ah, okay. Let's see if that works. Oh, shit, critical. Yeah, that does work. Oh, wait a minute. I remember now. Shit. What does that do? What does that do? What did you do to me? I just remembered we talked to that girl and she said that when you're fighting a mechanical enemy, use water on them and then use electricity to deal massive damage. Okay, I can't invoke... What happens if I invoke past? Oh. Oh no. Oh shit. I should have healed. It's a good thing I saved. Water. Okay. I wonder what would happen if I invoke the past on him. Invoke future? I don't know if that made things better or worse. Okay, this is just like a test run. Okay, so I use that. I'm gonna use thunder on him. Shocked. Ow. Okay, like I said before, this is just a test. Okay, cool. Yeah, you really gotta think about your attacks before you use them on this fight. It seems like there's less armor in the past. Everyone's dead, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. Hi, B! How's it going? Hope you're doing well. How has your day been? Okay, cool. Wait, why am I still alive? You were late? No, no, don't worry about that. You're all good. So it seems like the past does more damage. You went out to get gas? Oh, understandable, understandable. Eh. Cool. I plan to die. No, we say gas. Yeah, you went to get gas. That's the same thing. Yeah. Oh, damn it. I was not expecting a random... Oh, god damn it. Ah. Okay, well... I want to use it on both, but I guess that can't happen, so... Now that I know there's a boss battle coming, I'll invoke Future, make you smaller. I'll do that later. Poison. Yeah, let's just throw one. But yeah, we've just been talking about Critical Role and D&D and basically just like card games and stuff like that that we grew up with. Basically the gist of the stream. And I believe we're looking into, basically we're looking for some stuff for, the future in this quest line. We're fighting a giant machine that's trying to kill people. It's basically what we're doing. I should probably use one of those camps to restore. I should have really stocked up on items, but I did not. Oh well, I got one more camp thing in me, so that should work. Cool. Oh no! You pay for that with your life. I think the pass makes you smaller, right? Ah, shit, it made it bigger. What's your request, B? Oh. Oh, that was your request. Oh. What a lovely request. What a lovely request that I have to fulfill. Hold on a second. Let me fulfill that request. Ah. Yes. Wonderful. What? Wait, wrong face. Wait, wrong face. Waku waku. Waku waku. Waku waku. Yeah. Okay. There you go. There you go. Thank you for the redeem. Thank you for the redeem. Thank you for the redeem. Drink some coffee. Alright. You've been saving for that, so I'm glad you finally got to use it. I'm happy for you. Oh my god, everyone is dead. This was a terrible run. Please die. Thank you. I'm going to have to heal. I'm glad it was worth it. I appreciate you using the redeem. Let me just make sure let me just make a camp.
Crisbell, what?
We should.
We still have some
Yep.
tent.
Sure.
Crisbell,
Yes.
what do you want to?
We are going to save. Oh yeah, I forgot today is also a national holiday over here where I'm from. It's Family Day.
Stealth protocols unsuccessful. I am required to warn you before using force.
It's one of those national holidays where you get just to relax and spend time with your family. Yeah, yeah. That's an actual holiday here in Canada. Family Day. I think in America there's also a holiday where everyone is off. A lot of our holidays kind of overlap with each other, so I believe there's also a holiday today for people in America. Though I don't know the name of it. Yeah. I don't know why we have that holiday, but it's something that happened like maybe... It's been a thing for like maybe 10 years now? Family Day? Maybe 10, maybe 12 years. It's relatively new. It's basically just a day off. And if you don't have family, well, just relax. You get a day off. So a lot of people were doing things outside today. I just stayed in because I just slept. Yeah, most of my family just got the day off, so we all got to relax. I wouldn't say there was a lot of holidays, but, you know, it's a good enough amount.
Using force? Wait.
Too bad I can't skip these cutscenes.
Skip.
Yeah, I wouldn't say there's a lot of holidays. I mean, there's about as much as there are in America. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to water. Cool. Grip attack, huh? And then I'm going to invoke. I'm in the East Coast. I am good old EST. I think Joe has, or Chromio X20, or the Chosen Hero Arrives, man of many names. I believe he also has the holiday off as well. Yeah, Joe's on the west, I'm on the east. Ooh, nice.
What's that small piece that just came out?
Of course! It's repairing the arm! That must be the core!
Oh.
If we destroy it, we can probably stop the machine.
I wonder if I can invoke past on that. Oh. Yeah, we're still on daylight savings. We're gonna be like that until maybe the middle of I believe daylight savings end March. So we'll probably be like that for a while. Oh no, it healed. Let's see. We invoked past on you, and we invoked present on you, so nothing much we could do, so we're just gonna attack. Uh-oh. Can't poison it, so... Which, I believe they were kind of was saying how they were hoping to eventually get rid of daylight savings time, but it's been a thing for like years now. They've been saying that. No idea if they're actually going to follow through on that. Would be nice. I should be able to tank this. Yep. But yeah, basically, like, most of Canada just wants to get rid of daylight savings time. I want to get rid of it, too. There's no point in having it. It literally has no purpose. Right? It's so old because it's based off of, like, farmer time or whatever, or some shit like that. It's basically what farmers used to use for crops. And I'm like, we don't need that anymore. It's literally a relic of the time. Okay, the thing's gonna come out again, right? Okay, so maybe if I... Everything's unknown. I can't use anything really, so... Maybe if I use a synchro attack. With... Christopher? Sure. Tori Genji, hi, welcome to the stream. How you doing? I hope all is well. Welcome in, welcome in. First time seeing me here? Well, I'm glad you're here. Hope you've been having a good day so far. I wonder... Well, you can't heal both arms, so... That arm's gonna heal, though. Yeah, I just might as well focus on that, then. Damn, it still heals it. Okay, well, whatever. We'll think about it. We'll think about it. Let's see. Well, best thing to do is to heal. Oh, I should have used that on the other guy. Okay. But yeah, right, if you couldn't tell, we're fighting a boss right now, and We're trying to fix whatever is happening, because this monster seems to be killing a bunch of people for minerals. Let's see if we can fix it. Alright, well, might as well, yeah. If a synchro attack didn't work, then I guess we can't do much when it comes to this. Yeah, Cris is an indie game that features a bunch of pretty big voice actors. You got Zeno Robinson, who does the voice of I believe his name is Nighthawk in My Hero Academia. Also Hunter in the Owl House. You got Kira Buckland, who voices Jolene Joestar, as well as a bunch of other people. It's a cool little indie game I found. Let's focus on healing. Yeah, he's from the Owl House. Yeah, Zeno Robinson from the Owl House. Though I've never seen Hidden Dungeons Only I Can Enter. I've never seen that one before. Yes, he's also in Craig of the Creek too. He does an amazing job. Like, kudos to that guy. He's really been killing it. Doesn't seem like anything really does much to him. Yeah, I just replaced it with a new one, so there's no point. Oh, it's an anime. Oh, okay. I might have to look into it. So that just repairs it, so nothing much I could do. Oh, but I can't repair it. Yeah, dude, bunch of voice actors are in this. Eesh. Which, by the way, I'm so sad to know that Craig of the Creek is wrapping up pretty much. I don't know if it's getting canceled or if it's getting like if it's just naturally ending. Because I heard that they're getting a movie. I know that much. But I don't know if they were supposed to have more seasons and then it just kind of like ended. I'm not too sure. Oh, you want to become an English VA too. Oh, okay. It's your dream and goal. Nice, nice. Well, I definitely recommend if you want to pursue it just to make your own stuff first and see if you enjoy it. Like, I think that's the best way to see if voice acting is for you, because, like, you never know you like something until you actually try doing it. Okay, so I think... yeah, that doesn't work, so... Yeah, being a VA is a lot of fun, but it's also an art form, so it's one of those things that take a lot of, like... It takes a lot of work to get discovered, it takes a lot of work to get, well, paid, for that matter. But I definitely think everyone should give it a shot once to see if they're into it, you know? Maybe poison? Immune, Akoa. I feel like I'm wasting time here with this. What if Thunder? What if I use Thunder? It still heals and repairs. Damn. You've been recording and it's... Oh, don't worry about your accent. I wouldn't worry about your accent. Because sometimes people might need an accent. You never know. And sometimes that accent might make you unique. A lot of people don't like the sound of their own voice when they hear it. But if you keep recording, you'll get an ear for your voice and see how it works. This is so interesting. Yeah, I definitely say don't give up on it if you actually have an interest in it. Like I say, just try it out and see if it's for you. And if you don't like it, then hey, the worst thing is you tried, you know? The worst thing is you tried and you found out it wasn't for you. That's literally the worst thing that can happen. And when it comes to the whole, like, college and stuff like that, I wouldn't recommend going to college for voice acting and stuff like that. When I went to school for acting, and it really didn't help me much in terms of all of the whole theater and stuff like that. I say, like, if you want to get into it, just try the community stuff, see if it's for you. Maybe do some auditions here and there online. And if you think you're really good and you think you want to get more work, try getting an agent. A lot of people who are in voice acting, a lot of them didn't go to school for it. A lot of them just found agencies and stuff like that to pick them up and they got them work, or they just did it themselves. Yeah, I definitely don't. I don't recommend going to school for unless you really think you want to, but honestly, I don't think you learn much going to college for acting and stuff like that. It's very much based around your talent. Like I said, a lot of people in acting, they never went to college for it. Bright future? Yeah, of course. I feel like I'm missing something with this boss. But if you're asking me how much, if I invested a lot in my equipment, yes, I did. My equipment cost quite a bit of money. But I started out small. I didn't always have like an XLR microphone or a fancy interface. I started out with a webcam microphone, and then I realized that was god-awful, so I moved on to a Blue Yeti very soon after. And the Blue Yeti lasted me a good few years until I eventually had to move on. Because the cord in the Yeti was dying, and I figured I might as well upgrade. So you don't have to rush in and get like a shit ton of equipment that's gonna cost you like maybe $2,000+. Sometimes you can just start out small, like I said before. Like, if you're just having fun, you don't need to invest in a crap ton of money. You just don't have to. It's just it's as simple as saying like, okay, I'm going to learn. I'm doing this for fun. I'll just invest some small money. And if I feel like I'm ready to invest in a bigger project or something that requires higher skill that will benefit me, sure. Yeah, I didn't say this stuff was cheap. It all adds up. $400 microphone, $300 interface, plus other things here and there, plus replacing the equipment if it gets damaged or breaks. You gotta think about a lot of that stuff, you know? Okay, this is... Yeah, even the software. Exactly. The software too. I don't... Ah, shit. Ah, forget it. Oh, thank God! I had to last the fight. I was like saying, what the hell am I doing? And then I realized, okay, the thing finally broke. Oh, thank God. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Crispell learned, Celebratius. Honestly, the software I use is free to use.
I feel almost sorry for it.
Like, honestly, I started out using Audacity. And Audacity is a free-to-use software, and I still use Audacity when it comes to, like, fixing my my sound, adding effects, all that different stuff. All that stuff is free in Audacity. And if you want, you can get Reaper. Reaper gives you like a 60-time use free trial, which is really good. And then after that, you just pay like maybe, I don't know, $30, $60, and then you have that shit permanently. I recommend it more than Adobe Audition, because those ones are the ones you have to pay like monthly for. I don't think that's needed, you know? Very talented man, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate all the compliments.
For that monster?
But yeah, going back to schooling for acting, I think it's kind of a waste of money, because especially if you're doing it for voice acting, a lot of people don't specialize in voice acting when it comes to school. They touch on it very lightly, if not at all. Like, maybe you'll get a college that will have like maybe a motion capture course. Maybe you'll have one that will touch on it for maybe like 1 or 2 classes in college. But it's not really, is it really worth the $13,000, or not 13,000, but maybe, depending on your school, a large amount of college like fees to go to school for something and to essentially not make that money back? Exactly. It's mostly for visual arts. So like a lot of theater, a lot of like camera work and stuff like that. And even then, it's not guaranteeing you're gonna get the job. Like, you saying that I went to, I don't know, let's say Cal Arts, because Cal Arts is the most like well-known college for animation and acting. It doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna get the job. It doesn't matter where you went to school and who you learned from. It's about your connections, it's about how good you perform, and it's about, or Juilliard, exactly. It's not about any of that. It's about how well you are as an individual with your art. A lot of people who work for Disney, who work for, your spelling doesn't matter. A lot of people who work for Disney Animation, who work for voice acting and all the different stuff, a lot of these people, they didn't go to school for these certain things. They just constantly made art. They created resumes. They have a portfolio. They started out doing fan work, and eventually that snowballed into bigger and better things, and they sent that to people. There was one story I heard about some girl who got hired as a writer for a video game company, and I shit you not, what she sent to them was fan fiction. She legitimately sent fan fiction to a video game company, and apparently, according to the guy, it was the best piece of fan fiction he had ever read. He hired her to work for the company. There was probably other things that happened behind the scenes of the story, don't get me wrong. She probably did a bunch of writing and stuff like that to add to her portfolio. A lot of things she did that we don't know about. But yes, doing fan work can get you jobs. Like, yeah. Nepo babies too. Yes. There's a lot of people who, in the acting world and in the art world, have connections, and those connections get them places. I'm sorry, but that's kind of how the world works. It's not what you know, it's who you know. But yeah, like, don't be afraid to do fan work and stuff like that, because it can build on your skills, and it gets you better, and sometimes people will hire you based off of your talent. So there's a lot of things to look into. I'm not saying if you don't want to go to school for it, don't go. I'm not telling you should and you shouldn't, but in my experience, it didn't really get me anywhere. It got me a fancy little, like, fluff piece on my resume, but that was kind of it. Go to voice acting classes, go to workshops, do community stuff like that. Anything that you can add to your resume is good, but having training is even better. So instead of spending thousands of dollars in college, look up voice acting workshops from professionals. Some of them are $200, some of them, the very expensive ones, by very popular voice actors, will be $700, sometimes $1,000, but they're good resources, and you can add them towards your resume, and you learn a lot more from them than you would going to school. Don't really know how Nepo is a thing, really. I know a guy. I'm not talking about me specifically, but I'm like saying, like, in cases like, I don't know, Will Smith's kids, they get job offers and shit like that because they're Will Smith's kids. It doesn't matter if they're good or talented, they're no better than other people. They're just talent, they just have connections to Will Smith. And because of that, they get a bunch of offers. That's basically how Nepo works. It doesn't matter how good you are, it just matters who you're connected to in some cases.
It certainly didn't understand what it was doing. It was just acting out instructions given to it by someone.
I am certainly glad it is gone.
Well, we figured out what happened to the workers. We have to return to St. Clarity and tell Sophia what we saw.
Preferably without Enzo noticing.
That machine didn't get there by accident, and someone had to tell it to attack humans.
Don't have anything else to say? No, it's no problem. You don't have to always have to, it's okay. I appreciate you just being here. You don't always have to say anything. It's fine. I enjoyed the conversation. I love talking about this kind of stuff with people. If I can help you avoid a mistake I've made in the field, then that's even better. One second. I want to finish this.
It is a delicate situation indeed. But either way, we need to return to the walled city.
Okay, cool.
So much for the red crystal being safe. That robot was hunting the animals, making them more aggressive, and the red dust is making them stronger. If I didn't know better, I would think that the situation out here has gotten worse.
It is certainly a foreboding sight.
Relax, guys. If red crystal dust was toxic, everyone in St. Clarity would have been dead a long time ago.
Thanks for the advice. I really appreciate it. Of course, of course. But also, you know, make sure that when you audition for these projects, of course, make sure you're of age. Make sure that you're, you know, make sure you're an adult when you deal with this stuff, because you will have to deal with a lot of business stuff. And also make sure you have, because you're being a voice actor, you're essentially a contractor. You do your job. Once the job is done, you get your money. But you also have to make sure you have a contract that tells them that they have to pay you. Because in my experience, sometimes you do the work for someone and then they just never contact you back for payment. There have been, unfortunately, some situations where I've done voice work for people and I never got paid for it, even though I was owed money. So, something that I have to learn from now on is that when I'm doing voice work for people, I have to have like a contract ready that says, okay, listen, I'll do the work for you, but once it's done, you have to pay me, and if you don't pay me, you're breaking the contract. That's something that I had to learn the hard way, and if you ever get a job that pays you from anyone, if you don't have an agent, make sure you have at least a contract. You could find one online that says that you have to pay me. Make sure you read it first, but, you know. These are just the things that a lot of voice actors don't talk about that I think, you know, people should talk about. Because there's enough room for everyone in this industry, in my opinion. And we don't want to be scammed. We want to be respected in the field. So yeah, best of luck with you in your voice acting endeavors. I hope it does well. I hope you do well. I have all faith in you. Try it out, see if you like it, and if you do, awesome. And if you don't, hey, there's a bunch of other ways in the world that you can be in the industry. Whether it be art, whether it be music, whether it be another form of acting. There's more than just one way to express yourself. Kind of get inspired to read again too, as like just like generally reading. Ah. Yeah, I'm not much of a reader, but I like to get back into reading books, if that's what you mean.
Here, let me see if I can pull out a power cell.
Ah, yes, a power cell. That's good for the side quest.
I hope the collectors are not in danger being so close to the dust. Are you sure it's safe?
Hey, it's technically the truth. Seems like creatures that absorb it are pretty dangerous, though.
That was a weird way to read the line. Creatures. Okay.
Now that they are no longer being hunted by the machine, they will stop attacking people.
Oh, voice reading. Okay, that's what you meant. Okay. I didn't know what you meant. Everyone has their own way of saying it. I don't know. I just call it reading scripts.
I hope everything gets back to normal around here soon.
Not very good voice acting wise. Hey, like Jake the dog said, the first step of getting kind of good at something is sucking at something. Sucking at something is the first step to getting kind of good at something. And you don't have to be a professional voice actor, you know? No one needs to be the next, like, I don't know, Bryce Papenbrook. Like, you don't gotta be a professional voice actor. You could just do it for fun. If you just want to do it casually, that's fine too. No one says you have to start taking this super seriously. People just want to have fun. So, just because you see everyone else, like, trying to get roles doesn't mean you have to. Do things because you enjoy it.
Why does the dust change them so much?
There's a theory I read once. It said that all magic is actually caused by large deposits of magic crystals building up in the body. Humans tend to have a lot of magic because we're at the top of the food chain. So, all the red crystal in other animals and plants passes into us.
You could be a life coach as a sideline? Nah, that's not my thing. I'm not into that whole motivational speaking stuff like that. I just like to tell people, I just like to give advice if I've been there before.
But where did the crystal come from? And why is it charged with magic?
I'm sorry to interrupt, but perhaps we should hurry back to Audrey.
You're right. Sorry.
Hey, a power cell.
Poor machine.
Sophia needs to...
Okay, cool, let's go. Actually...
Sophia...
I keep pressing the wrong button, damn it. But yeah, enjoy what you do. Alright. Let's heal, because everyone is in pain. Ooh.
Look, I bet we can use this as a bridge to get across now.
Hey, good shit. You have really good advice? Thank you. I've had experience. Awesome, I mean, well, even better. Peter's goggles was added to your bag.
What are these?
They look like goggles.
Astounding. A brilliant deduction from the young warrior.
What are they doing here?
They look like Peter's goggles. What's going on?
Maybe we should speak to him personally. Let's head to his house and speak with him when we have an opportunity.
Again, if I could help people, like, avoid the same mistakes I made when I was starting out, then I think that's my goal done. There we go. Oh, what does this do? Grants speed boost to a target for 3 turns. Oh, hell yeah. Cool. I don't think you need to be electrocuted. Yep, figured. Ooh, treasure chest. Oh, another one. Ooh, rainbow tea.
Sophia,
every time I press the goddamn wrong button. Let's see. Rainbow tea. What's a rainbow tea? Restores CP to a single target. Made with mineral waters of the 5-color lake. The brew restores the power of a fatigued time mage. Nice-o, 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 nice-o. And here I go down. And here I go left. And here's a chest. Wait, hold on. I said here's the chest. Open the chest. Thank you. Worn sandals. Worn out
So
why would you put... Okay, never mind. Alright, what do the sandals do? Let's see. Why would you put sandals here? Gives a tiny boost to speed. Well, I already said I want to level up Christopher. We'll make him into a powerhouse. The chest wasn't opening. I didn't know what was going on. Ah, okay, that's it. Up I go. Oh, down. Cool. Let's get the hell out of here. I wonder if it takes me back to the way I came. Oh, no, it doesn't. I wonder if I can talk to that guy. I wonder if he was missing something.
Come back to me when you got all...
Oh, yeah, he wanted flowers. Okay. Yeah, the animation here really does have like a nice aesthetic. I don't really know what to pin it as either, but it definitely feels like a fairy tale when you look at the art style. There are so many cartoons that have this art style, so it's hard to tell.
Shall we make a record of our...
I want to
Yes, I do. And we're done. Ah, why are there security guards there?
What are they doing to Peter's house? I hope it isn't plague. The last thing we need after all the recent troubles is another bad omen.
But Peter is nowhere to be seen.
Maybe one of the townsfolk could shed some light on it.
Kind of like Powerpuff Girls or Nickelodeon show. Oh, okay. Yeah, it definitely kind of gives me like my life as a teenage robot. Maybe Powerpuff Girls.
Maybe we should ask my friend Rebecca. She used to work in Mount Thisia and knew Peter well.
Actually, I heard that Powerpuff Girls is coming back. Apparently it's going to be made by the creator of Powerpuff Girls. The original creator is coming back. So it's not going to be like that weird reboot that they tried that nobody liked. Blue rose was added to your bag.
I told you already. This house is off limits.
Yeah, nobody liked that Powerpuff Girls remake, reboot crap. It wasn't good. You forgot there was a reboot? Good job. Because I really wish I had that same problem. I was cursed to remember the Powerpuff Girls twerking while they got high with a panda. Because of course they got high with a panda in the reboot. Shit got weird, man. Shit got weird. Yes. Yes, there was a scene where they were twerking with a panda after they had some kind of weird acid trip. It was very uncomfortable.
Someday, those rich fools behind the walls will get what's coming to them.
I think there was also some controversy too, because like one of the showrunners made a self-insert of himself as a child, and Blossom was obsessed with him. So yeah, he basically created a self-insert of himself to date Blossom from the Powerpuff Girls. I don't know what he was thinking. That's not cute. That's not funny. That's just kind of creepy. That's kind of weird, champ, bro. Kind of weird, champ.
A seed could be planted here.
Not gonna lie, bro. Kind of weird, champ. I mean, if you're down bad, you're down bad, but, yeah, okay. I don't know. Sometimes, man, sometimes. You gotta wonder what goes through people's heads when they're making this stuff. If you're gonna do self-inserts, leave it in the fanfiction. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, most cartoons are self-inserts.
Nobody's allowed in now. Crest or no crest.
Aww.
Out of my way.
Do not antagonize him. We do not need to draw attention right now.
Let's just come up with a different plan.
Think, Christopher. Is there another way inside?
The old sewer system connects up there. I know that.
I don't want to go in the sewer. People poop in there.
Not sure we could actually get to it, though, since the outlet is so high up the walls.
Take us there anyway. Maybe I can figure something out.
Oh, great. I get to smell like shit.
Of course, of course. It's due west of here.
Yeah, but the most popular like Cartoon Network show, like regular show, and to a lesser extent Close Enough, were created by the same guy, and they're both self-inserts of his life. Close Enough even more because it's literally just him and his wife and his kid in his like early 20s or late 20s. So yeah, like you can make a self-insert show about yourself and it can be good. The whole thing is like you have to be good at writing, which a lot of these like shitty self-inserts aren't. Alright, we're in the smelly ass sewer. The hell? Why the hell are we in the sewer, bro? You brought me to the sewer. What am I supposed to do? No.
Christopher says that he knows a way inside the city. We have no choice but to take him at his word on that.
Maybe I have to go outside. You said west of here. So maybe it's this way? I'm looking for the sewer so I can dump myself in some shit. Oh well, we'll figure it out. Is west this way? Antidote. Hello, welcome to the King Kodiak stream where I don't know east from west. It's a serious problem. Ah, to hell with it. I'm going back in the sewer. Oh, maybe it's up here? Ah, yes. Exactly. Remember the coast I live in. That's what I'll do. I can't get here. Okay, there's nothing I can do here.
Christopher says that he...
Alright. I'm not good at puzzles. Speaking of puzzles, Professor Layton. Random segue. But I heard Professor Layton is coming back, which is really cool. With a brand new series. Oh wait, I think I go this way. Is it this way I go? Nope. I need to play the Layton games. Though I do find it kind of weird they didn't port the ones that are on the 3DS. Because those ones are going to be gone like next month. So there'll be no way to play the Layton series. But hey, I guess, yeah, release a new series. That's okay. Not saying it's a bad idea. I'm just saying it's a weird idea. Okay, so west of here, I went this way. Let me into the shithole, damn it. Okay, I'll figure it out. Okay, so... No, frog. Bad frog. He said it was west of here. I wonder if I gotta go outside. Maybe I have to go outside? Because when I go to the sewer, it doesn't do anything. Yeah, I already went there. There's no point in going back. Ain't no point. Let's see. Okay, so that's that area. We've been there, we've been there. Okay. You said west of here, so...
These strange ruins seem similar to those near Nareem.
Nope, not that way.
Christopher says that he knows a way inside the city. We have no choice but to take him at his word on that.
Alright, so I'm gonna go to this area and see if anything happens. Probably not, but... No. Okay, cool. Well, it's definitely in the city then, so I was kinda right. Alright, brain. Do your thing. Let's try this again. Come on. I'm here. But why won't it let me move in? Oh, thanks for the hydrate.
Christopher...
No, just but take his word. Very appreciated for the hydrate. Oh, there might be another side to it and I'm just not noticing it. Oh, never mind. Okay then. Alright, whatever. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I'm gonna figure this out. I have brain cells. Whether or not I use them is... Yeah. My brain can make a thought. I'll just rest here.
You look tired. Just 50 marbles.
Yeah.
Come on, everyone.
I'll take a rest. Cool. Alright, now that I'm here... I will go here. He said it was west.
I told...
House is off limits. Maybe it's in this direction and I'm just not noticing it. There has to be like a drainage system or something.
Hey, Christopher. How long has it been?
Hey, Richard. Hi, Mr. Samuel. I'm doing a little favor for a few people.
You're back and already hard at work? You sure take after your father.
We're trying to restore the memorial for the people who died in the uprising. It's not safe for ordinary people to go there alone.
That's not gonna bring anyone back. But it's a nice thought.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm being honest, I still haven't stopped having dreams where I see my mother again.
I won't pretend like I can cure you of your grief. But we won't be here for much longer. So maybe you can help us by donating some flowers?
Hey! Orange rose was added to your bag.
Yeah, sure. My father grows a special kind. Why don't... Yeah, just go ahead and take one of those.
It's weed. He sells weed. Oh yeah, I forgot we're doing a flower side quest. Forgot about that.
Hey, Christopher! Are you going to help us fight?
You bet. Becca, I wanted to ask you. You used to work on Mount Thysia, right?
Oh!
Any idea what these goggles are?
It's this girl I gotta talk to. I was doing the entire thing wrong. I thought I'd go into the sewers. I had to talk to this girl. I wasted 5 minutes. My brain cells are sad.
Hey, I recognize those. Those are Peter's goggles.
Have you seen him recently?
Now that you mention it, I haven't. He could be stuck somewhere in the sewers. He always goes there.
Okay.
I think I must have eaten something bad, though. I don't feel so good. Mario's been coughing for a while now. All that sewer water he swallowed really affected him.
Why did he drink? Oh god. Don't drink sewer water, kids.
Oh, well, if it isn't Christopher, nice to see you.
Nothing but bacteria and feces.
It's good to be back, Isabel. How are you doing?
I'm taking it day by day. Not that it's getting any easier.
Well, you haven't lost anything in the style department.
We all need something to distract us from life's disappointments.
I was sorry to hear about your father.
What can you do? I've been planning to go to the forest to visit him soon. I wanted to plant this rose.
We've been collecting roses for the memorial. Do you want us to plant yours too?
This one is almost fully grown. If you could put it up there for him, I'd be forever grateful.
Okay, green rose. Look at all the plants we're getting.
Christopher.
No, I don't know. Let me look at my inventory. Key items. Blue rose, green rose, orange, purple, red. With all our powers combined, we too can finish this side quest. Captain Planet. Was before my time, so I don't know much about Captain Planet. So I can go here now? Never mind, you lied to me.
Christopher says that...
Oh, you son of... You mother skunk. Okay. Okay, so I talked to the girl. I'll talk to her again. Whatever. Whatever. Alright, let's see what she has to say again. She said something about... Okay.
The hardest burden to bear is a lack of justice.
Okay. So I can't get through there yet.
Shall we make a record of our...
Sure.
I want to...
Make a record, and then we'll visit the guy with the flowers and see if that does anything. Cool. I think we have enough flowers for that now. Alright, now let's talk to him.
Oh my, you really went out of your way to get all these flowers? Imagine that. Well, let me see about doing my part.
Yes.
Don't you think that the symbolism of flowers for the dead is a little... inappropriate?
What do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean?
Why pick something that withers so quickly? Isn't that a little, I don't know, extra morbid?
Flowers are an expression of beauty too, aren't they? Life is beautiful because it's fragile.
Yeah, I just did it because the shit's pretty.
Don't bother with him. He either gets it or he doesn't.
Alright then, let's see if this'll do.
Bouquet of flowers to add to your bag.
Wow, it's beautiful. You are very skilled, mister.
What? I don't know, shit looks pretty. I don't think too much about it.
Thanks, lady. Please make sure this reaches the memorial. The memorial is in the forest, remember?
Okay. Memorial is in the forest. Yes, yes, the forest. The forest. Which forest was he talking about? Memorial was in the forest. So let us go into the forest. Which I believe was this one. Oh, maybe I gotta put it where the robot was. I should save.
Cris Bell, what?
I want to...
Because there could be a chance I get my ass kicked. Again. The memorial was in the forest. Yep. Yeah. Been there, done that. Nothing offensive, nothing else to scan. Sure. Whatever happens, it's extra EXP. Not that much. Okay. Whatever. I remember there was this guy who had like a wife who really enjoyed like playing these kinds of games, and she had a very like bad habit of grinding in video games. It was to the point where like she was level like what 90 or something when she just started, like she was still in like the beginning part of the town or something like that. Ah shit. So like the husband will play like a JRPG like this, and he'd still be at the first part of the game, and then when he would come back, his characters would be like level 70 or 80, and he would just kill everything in one hit because the wife just really enjoyed playing like pretty much doing this for the entire time. Like this was kind of like the wife's way of like relaxing, was just playing these kinds of games and just battling. Which is very interesting. This better be what I'm supposed to do, because they said that the memorial was in the forest. Yeah, how do you like it? Oh wait, that doesn't do shit, I forgot. Oh, it did kind of something. Do me a favor and die. Can I go? Can I go? No, I can't go. That was a waste of my time. This way. I think the memorial is where the big robot was. And if I'm wrong, this was time wasted. God damn it. Monkey. Die. Ah, shit, I made him stronger. I was trying to give... Ah, never mind. Water. There, fuck the monkey. And this should do it. There we go. There we go. Was it here? Oh, god damn it. I wasn't supposed to be here. Ah. Stupid video game. Stupid video game. You lied to me. I'm gonna take my anger out on this thing. You told me there's a memorial in the forest. You didn't say which forest, game. Ah, well. Once I figure out what I'm supposed to do, I think we're gonna call it soon. Oh, I should have given the guy more... Ah, shit, okay. Da-dum. Okay. Now let's get a skill. Ta-da. Bada boom. Cool, now die. Okay. Oh, great, that did a shit ton of damage. Nope. Cool. I thought there was supposed to be a memorial in the forest, though. That's weird. I thought... Okay. I guess I was wrong? But they never said where in the forest. Which is what kind of confuses me. Oh, I'm running. Fuck this. This way? Well, no, got an item. Woodering. Well, thank you, video game. That was pointless. Oh well. We're almost done anyway, so it's okay. Almost done anyway, so. Let's see. Well, back here we are. Let's see.
The hardest bird.
Okay.
Someday.
Have you changed your mind?
No.
I think it looks...
Floodside is rough.
It's interesting. I'm really stuck. I'm not really sure what it wants to do, because he keeps saying the same thing.
Christopher says that he knows a way inside the city. We have no choice but to take him at his word.
Quest log. The Red Mountain, after recovering her powers... Alright, were pulled into a political argue on behalf of Sophia. They went to Mount Thistle to see what changed. Look for another entrance to the walled city. West of the Guard. Okay. With tensions high, nobody can enter the walled city for reasons. Return to Sophia. Okay, so I have to go west of the Guard. That's what I have to do. Well, on the bright side, we did all the side quest stuff, so... So I said west of the Guard.
I wasn't kidding.
So... Alright, buddy, we're here. West of the Guard.
Christopher says that...
Rose ring, okay. Ah, yes, west. This way. I totally didn't get my east from my west mixed up. Who would make a mistake like that? Oh. Chat, don't say anything, please. It really hurts my self-esteem if you actually call me out on what I just did, because I'm really stupid.
This is the place, but as you can see, it's not exactly easy to reach.
That took me maybe 20 minutes to figure out. Chat, please don't say anything, because I will be very sad. Very sad.
Don't worry. Matthias is a great jumper. He'll carry us up.
Yes, very funny. What are you really planning?
Just plant the seed in the soil in the past.
Consider it done. Crisbell?
To the past.
Now, allow me. If I put this here... All set. It should have changed in the present.
There we go.
Should we climb the vines?
Yeah.
Let's go up.
Oh, it's another dungeon. That's what this is. Entering sewers.
Heyo! In need of anything?
Ah, okay. Well.
Crisbell, what do you want to...
I want to record our progress.
Well, we finally figured that out. Saved. Well, I think that's good. And we'll do the rest of that maybe next time. Since we did a lot. We beat the boss, we did a bunch of other crap. But until then, let me just shift on over here and there we go. Ah, we did it. We did it. Good productive stream today. I was not expecting to stream as much as I did, but as I keep saying, every time I say it's going to be a short stream, I stream for 3 hours, and this time it was 3.5. I have a problem. Okay. But thank you all so much for coming to the stream. If you are still here, I appreciate it. Hey, Jojo, good to know you're still around. Hey, thank you. Thank you. But, yeah. I don't know when I'll be streaming next time. It'll probably be sometime this week, if anything. Yeah. All I want to say is thank you all for being here. Jojo, thanks for being a great mod. B, thank you so much for being here. Tori Genji, thank you so much for being here as well. I'm glad I was able to answer some of your questions when it comes to voice acting stuff. I wasn't planning to. I wasn't expecting to talk about voice acting for that long, but I'm always happy to help people out if they need it. So, yeah. Thanks for streaming. Thank you for watching, B. Thank you for watching. Ah, yeah. I'm so glad I was able to help out. But let's see if we can do a raid tonight. Let's see. Let's see who's live. Let's see. Mayu Yume is live with some art. Let's see what she's doing.
Especially a male kid. Yeah, no.
Four-pronged peeper.
Yeah, let's raid her. She's doing a just chatting art stream. She's a VTuber. She's a succubus VTuber, and she's very chill. She's a VTuber from Japan, so she's English though. So don't worry about that. No language barriers here. But we'll do a quick raid. But Let's start the raid. Yeah. But yes, thank you all so much for being here. It was great. I will be streaming again next time. It'll probably be another game. If not a game, maybe just chatting. I don't really know. But yes. Until then, it was great seeing you all, and I will see you all next time for whatever comes next. Until next time. Goodbye. The raid message. Yes. The raid message will be time raid. Yes, that's the raid message. Time raid. If you want to say that, you can. If you don't, that's cool. But that's the raid message if you want to do that. So until then, see you next time. Goodbye. Until next time, fly, my children.